Well, hello there, nerds, and welcome to Storytime with Sages. This is the segment where I go over the story and try to discern what the heck is going on and maybe stretch things out to unlimited proportions. But hey, that's kind of the fun here. A lot of you tend to skip the dialogue here, and I don't blame you. Paralogs typically don't really actually maintain a story too much out of the villain of the day thing, but they are hinting at something that's very odd. So, I don't know if you guys remember way back in the day, it was a paralogue some time ago, where before Loki even had this whole curvaceous body that she has here, she was masquerading as Bruno and some other characters, and basically, she mentioned, and she was looking for the tome Naglfar. That was kind of a mention to Leon before he came out, but also it seemed that Loki was working towards a goal. When she mentioned Naglfar, she mentioned she was creating a bridge to usher in her lord from something. It wasn't really quite clear what she meant by that. It obviously was not Surtur, though. At least it seems to hint that perhaps Loki has, surprise, ulterior motives, and is not working just for Surtur, but wants to bring in something else entirely. And I hate to say it, but it seems like she's working towards that goal, and it seems to be hinting at even more in this latest story chapter. So if you guys want to sit back and just listen to me ramble a bit, I hope you guys won't mind. So, I do warn you, though, this does have spoilers to Fates. So if you are adverse to, spoiling Fates, especially Revelations, then I highly suggest you go elsewhere. Alright, so why exactly are we talking about Fates and Loki and all this other stuff? Well, she interrupts this festival, and she's clearly looking for something. As you can see here, she's not too sure, but she mentions the White Dragon perished and became the wind and land itself. This is actually a mention to these deities from Fate's world known as the First Dragons. And, well, I can't recall too much what happened with the First Dragons, for those who don't know. The First Dragons were kind of just like, I don't even know the number, but there were three in particular that were really quite important, at least the ones that she's mentioning. She's mentioning the Dawn Dragon here. There's also the Dust Dragon, and these two dragons eventually became the royal lineage that would be, well, Hoshido and Nor, respectively. They evolved from that. But there was, of course, a third dragon that I'm sure you're all well aware of. There were technically a bunch more. I think, like, the Rainbow Sage was one, and I don't remember the other, but it's been a while. I'm sorry if I'm not exactly too clear on this. That whole thing with that lore is kind of muddled. But she does mention that dragon veins are, a remnant of them and all this other stuff. But, namely, she hoped for more. There is still a third dragon, neither white nor black. I wonder. Well, this is just alarming in a few ways. For those who don't remember, this is, of course, referring to the Silent Dragon, the main antagonist from Fates, and, well, at least the main antagonist to the final route, which was Revelations. We're talking about Anankos here. Yeah, Anankos. Oh, boy. I really hope... So, it seems Loki is doing research into what they may be doing, what these dragons meant to this world, at least when it came to Fates. Oh, there you are, my dear. If you insist on, I'll play with you. So let's get rid of Loki real quick, and we'll continue on with this whole speculation train, which I just enjoy talking about. So let's get rid of Loki, because she's a jerk. And she'll die now. Bye, Loki. Have fun. She's dead, and all the other ones are dead, too. So, this is the level 5 stage. Come on, guys. You're not going to expect too much of a hard sell there. So, we have the typical, oh, thank you saved the festival. I'm so happy. Thank you, guys. You're so cool. And we are cool, by the way. We very much are. Thank you. Thank you, we are. But Alphonse does notice something. He mentions that, he finds these papers. I think he actually makes mention to the First Dragons entirely here, but Loki was looking into texts from Hoshido, and they concern the gods of the world, more specifically, the beings known as the First Dragons. And the gods of our world are dragons too. This seems to be a bit like a parallel here, and this is actually a little bit of a lore drop here. Asker and Embla are dragons as well. They mention that, and it seems Loki may be plotting something here. I'm really hoping the next banner is not just another Fates thing and the Grand Hero battles some sort of, I don't know, form of Anankos. Maybe a possessed version of a character we know and love. Maybe, I don't know. However, it does seem to make mention to the fact that Anankos may very well be coming, or possibly Loki is looking into possibly a third dragon that might be something between Asker and Embla. We already know that Loki serves another higher being, or at least seems to serve some sort of higher lord other than Surtur. She's been building this bridge. She's been working towards trying to figure out what exactly Anankos was. And for those who don't remember Anankos, he was a silent dragon who kind of went insane and then eventually sealed away his kingdom. You weren't allowed to talk about it. If you did, you basically disappeared unless you were in the kingdom itself. And, well, this seems like a fascinating turn of events. This is why I like looking at paralogs, because they can mention these things. They tell the story that seem to hint that Loki is working on something. Is that banner that's coming up, the one that's on the 21st, going to be Choose Your Legends, or is it going to be something completely different? Or is a month or two down the line going to lead to Anankos appearing? Time will tell, but it's kind of fascinating to see all of this stuff, and I love reading this kind of thing. So now, if you don't mind, I need to go and work on the harder versions of this, so do tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I would love to hear it. For now, nerds, catch you later. Bye-bye.